everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to TFT, Tarot for tipping your hat. TFT, Tarot for today, Divine Dabblings with...
I'm Johnny Depp as the Mad Hatter. No, I'm not.
No, he's not. It's Oberon and me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Say it like you mean it.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Is that good enough? Okay. It's been a day. That's all I can say.
Hasn't it?
I got to watch some beautiful figure skating performances today that were just fantastic.
And we know that's good.
Yeah, it is good. How about your day?
I had to work. You laugh at that.
I'm sorry. But you would have just been napping through my shows.
Because of the content?
Yeah. He does not like sports. Anyway. All right, enough banter, enough banter. Good to see everyone, every single one. Hi, Gina. Hi, Sunshine. Getting you on the list. All right. Well, let's get rolling. First off with the Auspicious Symbols deck. Happy Year of the Fire Horse, everyone. Let's hope it is. And let's pull an Auspicious Symbols card. You're welcome, Sunshine. And Mr. O, they're all read upright, so I'm going to let you pick one. And you will let me know the number on the card.
I see you. Oh, and there you are.
Oh, dear. Hey, pop up here. That's your spot.
Come to your spot.
Come on, go to your spot.
And sneeze. I'm not looking honest. It's number 22.
22? Funny, wow. I've been seeing 222 and 333 lately.
Clover. Lucky Clover, it says.
Wow. Hey, me like. What number was that? 22.
22. And, of course, was today the day we had, or was that yesterday?
Oh, the Wheel of Fortune?
Mm-hmm.
That was Wednesday. And then Tuesday, I had Fortuna in this deck for the collective. Mm-hmm. So some real auspicious signs here. I'm hoping this is good for the collective all the way around with things. All right. Where's 22? Oh, I'm looking at page 22. Hello. Like I said, it's been a day. All right, Lucky Clover. Find the lucky four-leaf clover and know that good luck is on your side. The message here is, of course, the lucky clover springs up in your path to signify that the energy of luck is present for you. Make a wish. What have you been hoping for? When the wheel of luck turns in your favor, like finding the one four-leaf clover among hundreds, anything is possible. This message is inviting you to view yourself now in the right place and time to ask the universe for what you desire. As you do, visualize your desire fully with all the details. Keep the faith. Luck has the power to turn situations around, and with that, anything is possible. Take note of seeing clovers in nature or as symbols through art, media, or fashion as a sign that luck is now on your side. Be proactive in utilizing luck in your personal manifestation and protection. And honestly, I've always loved clovers. I always have. I used to pick them as a kid. I used to love looking for four-leaf clovers. I can't say I found one. Really, but I've tried. I certainly have tried. And I just say this is a time of luck. This is a time to take a chance on something. You know, play the lottery within reason, I always say. And he laughs at that. He scoffs.
That was
And-
snort chuckle.
A snort chuckle. And also, take a chance on other things. Go for that job that you think, I'm not sure I qualify for this. Why not give it a shot? You never know until you really try. And you never know, you might have found the right opportunity at the right time. So when something presents itself, go for it.
And Gina mentions angel numbers
Ah, yes.
showing up.
Yeah, Gina.
that's true.
Today I just saw 333 when I woke up from a nap after my workout today. I took a later mid-afternoon nap, and I looked at my time, and there it was, 333. And yesterday, 222 kept coming up for me in a couple of different ways. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I guess ever since this fire horse energy started to take hold, or maybe even this eclipse energy, geez, things have been popping around here. Well,
Alrighty.
good luck with that, everybody. Good luck. Use it. All right. Let's see. Next week, I don't know the day, but I'm not going to let the week go by without us scheduling a past life, past loves
Right.
live show.
We think it'll be Friday night, right?
Now, when we're on live on Friday night, it will not be to answer your questions. It will be to do a past life reading where we focus on love and relationships in that lifetime. So keep that in mind. That'll probably be on Friday is my guess.
And that will pretty much conclude most of our Super Tarot Love Month programming.
Yep, that's right.
I guess there's a rumor that someone might show up on someone else's show.
That is true. There is a rumor.
So we'll see how that goes.
It's a rumor, all right. Well, anyway, Libra cusp is up, and Libra wants a general reading.
Alrighty. Card 1. Upright Two of Pentacles.
All right.
And then it's the reversed Queen of Swords. Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's Dancing Kitty already? Gina.
Gina.
Oh, look at that happy cat.
It makes me happy.
I feel like I'm back in my senior workout here.
Dear Gina, thank you.
We do this little thing where we swish our hands around for one of the routines.
Yes, you were kind of early this time, Holly.
Good for you.
All right, and then the final card for Libra's general reading is the reversed Knight of Cups. So there's a little bit of everything in a way. What have we got in
I
Lenormand?
got some of that. So I know the Two of Pentacles is first, and what is that? The Queen of Swords?
Right.
Queen of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed. Oh, but the Two of Pentacles is upright. Well, I think as a general reading, Libra, you're going to have to really try to make good decisions, whether you're able to keep things balanced and in control. You have to make wiser choices and decisions maybe in this week or two ahead. And next week is when, I don't know the date exactly, but our friend Mercury's going retrograde. So keep that in mind. And really, you have to take the time to think things through. Because if not, you're going to be kind of blue and stressed out because things will kind of be hard to handle. You can either make things easier for yourself next week, or you can make things harder for yourself depending on, the decisions and the moves and the choices that you make.
Sometimes I feel this is not the worst card here. Sometimes I feel this is saying you have that expectation. You understand that you may have to make a decision that not everyone else is going to like. I kind of favor that sometimes more than just the other way. But the thing is that you still, at the end of the day, have to figure out how to please people on some other levels. That's the whole, moderation aspect of the Two of Pentacles. So
Hi, CJ. I'll get you on the list.
Hi, CJ.
And wow, Gina, yeah, that 2-2. And it's interesting to me, too, that 2-2 because is the clover, because of course the number 2 in the Lenormand is the clover.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2-2-2. Anyway, go on.
Double your pleasure, double your fun. Thank you, Gina, so much.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
All right,
So
CJ.
I think, that's where I see this is that, in order to kind of keep a sense of harmony or balance on maybe the more material aspects, you may have to make a decision that is a little harsh, but others will just have to accept it. And I'm wondering, of course, if the Knight of Cups reverse plays into that, but I'll let Banshee go first, I think.
I went through the whole thing.
No, I don't. I wish I did. I have one for me. Yes, I do look like that roguish fellow.
I went through the whole thing already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Because
so,
I talked about being blue or stressed and anxious with that night.
And I'm not sure if I see that exactly about you, Libra, that Knight of Cups there, but it could just be saying that, you may distance yourself emotionally, if there is, backlash or people, sort of feeling, they didn't like the way you made that decision. So I think this is just emotionally maybe a little bit of an edgy time in general. I think that would be a good way to say that. And that, you'll be on your toes a little bit trying to keep balance.
You know what? Everything we just said, forget about it.
Ah, clover.
Now, what could be better than that, eh?
More clover. Ah, the sun. Here comes the sun.
Well, I will say this, and it's really interesting you got these cards, Libra, because this just seems to be an underlying theme for us. We have a few cards. Spoiler alert for tomorrow's card. We have a few cards, not all good, that have been haunting us. And this week, it's been mostly luck and good things. And this is saying you'll come through this okay. I have a feeling here you may waffle on a decision or a move or a choice you have to make. And, you may, if you really, really think about it, give it the right thought, you should come out of this okay. Luck is on your side and success is here. This should be a good week for you, but, there is something to me, with those cards, with the tarot cards, that seems to be hanging in the balance.
It's almost like, really, they're just an irritation of the day that, is kind of underswept because maybe towards the end of this 1 to 2 week cycle, all the luck stuff starts to happen. Hi, Marita.
Hi, Marita. I'll get you on the list.
Because that's what it is. It feels like the Lenormand says that, and this is something we find in our lives too. Like if the way the cards tumble for us, and then we have like an unexpected bill, a water heater bill or something like that. And then somehow somebody wins a little bit of amount of money.
Oh, no, don't say it. Did you just jinx us for this retrograde? I already won, a little bit of money. Now, is it going to disappear on a
No, I
bill?
wasn't talking about us. I wasn't.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes,
Don't do
we will
it.
add
Don't
you.
talk about it. But yes, that has happened. I mean, that's happened on more than one occasion. It's really kind of freaky to me.
Maybe that's why that Two of Pentacles, the balance is there, is because the balance is that the tarot is that way, but not everything else is that way.
All right, I'm trying to
The Lenormand. What?
get the list updated, and he has come.
Well, there's not much
You're
I can
on
do
the
about
list,
him.
Marita.
Settle down, you.
Just trying to do a quick count, make sure I've got my numbers right. All right, so Libra, we are done. I wish you luck. I think this week could turn out okay, but a lot depends on the choices and decisions you make. Hey, and feel free to take some chance on some good luck this week. All right. Holly is up, and Holly wanted a general read as well. All right. Oopsie. This is the one I wanted to replace. This hairband has gotten destroyed. And look at that, I bought more. So I could replace it. Actually, I needed some for myself too. I like to tie my hair back when it gets long when I'm working out. All right, this is the deck I'm going to use. Aww. You don't have to face that way. You could turn, I guess I should turn it around the other way then.
Well, I have a different idea altogether, but we'll have to talk about it.
Okay, all right. I just thought it'd be easier for them to climb up this way, but instead they're climbing on the table to get there anyway. I don't get it. Oh,
Hi, Jasmina.
Could you add Jasmina?
I sure can.
And change the number? Go get some more food. I can tell you want to. You don't want to sit there. Oh, doggone it. You're defeating the whole purpose. We'll have to go back to the table being here. Okay. Let me move these for now. Oh, pooh. Jeez. Well, we start with the Five of Swords. I don't like that start, Holly, but let's move on. The Queen of Pentacles is reversed. And the Emperor is upright. And the Emperor is upright. Got any Lenormand for us?
Mm-hmm. And hi, Ladybug. I'll get you on the list.
Oh, I'll get you on the list, Ladybug. Mr. O is busy. And that's on me.
You're welcome, Shirley. Thank you.
You're welcome, Shirley. Everybody is welcome.
All right. The Rider.
Okay.
And the child, who is also a rider on his little hobby horse there.
Oh, that's cute. Well, you know, with that Five of Swords, and I'm looking at that Queen of Pentacles reversed as well. You know, there are a lot of people out there, Holly, who like to take advantage of people's good nature. You know, you try to do, you know, you help them, you give them a hand, they want more, and they get angry, you know, if they don't get what they want or they don't get the attention they want. I don't know if that's what's going on here. I can't help but wonder, because the Queen of Pentacles is a very giving person, and sometimes too much so. So that somebody could take advantage of them, like that Five of Swords energy there. So that's the first thing that crossed my mind. But I also have another thought for you that could play into this week ahead, especially with Mercury going retrograde and some of the things I'm seeing here. I think that you know, there's people who want to pull you into their arguments, their dramas, and, you know, you could be sucked into something that's going to really drain you. So, you know, being that queen and all. So really, set up some boundaries. In either of those cases that I've mentioned, set up some boundaries and don't let people take advantage of your good nature. And especially if it's really for their own gain. I'm going to stop before I get to the last one, but that fits in.
I almost want to start with that one for some reason.
Well,
but
go ahead.
But I like a lot of what you said there, because I feel that's totally it. To me, that Emperor is sort of taking the idea that you have to really work this week discerning what's going on. Those other two cards sort of seem like almost, not quite, but like polarities. You know, one wants to be more giving, the other one wants to say, if you know what's good for you, you'll stay out of our way. kind of thing. It really has an oppressive feel about it. And the other one wants to sort of heal it or repair it or be better. The Emperor challenges you to really get to the matter here. And you may have to really wade through with your BSometer to determine who really is truthful here.
Well, the Emperor fits sort of into what I said with the Queen of Pentacles here, too, is that, this is a time to stay in control, not allow others to control your actions, your words, your thoughts. Stay in control and set your boundaries. You determine how much energy or whether you want to get involved in a situation or not. It's not up to somebody else to decide. It's up to you. So hold firm on that. Be the ruler of your own life here in this next week or two. I'm sensing this may have something to do with the Mercury retrograde because of the cards, the Lenormand. The rider here can be about news and messages and communications coming. And the child, I'm not sure why the child is here. I would say that somebody may want you to move quickly, on something, on either saying you're going to side with them in some argument, or you're going to give them some support, or you're going to help them because they need your help again, but you need to slow it down and decide, how you want to handle this, how you want to message this. And be very careful and deliberate how you do it. Because if it's somebody you still care about in some ways, you don't want to totally, make them feel bad or eliminate them maybe, unless they've really, unless they're really treating you badly. But, take it slow, take it deliberately, and just say, no, I need time to think this out, and you'll just have to wait.
So, to me, when I look at the Lenormand, once again, it's sort of as almost, but not quite, another sense of a polarity going on. The writer wants to be direct, but something is maybe trying to influence you to take steps or not be quite as direct. And so once again, it's about taking that extra look, or sometimes even just, that usual, like, it's not so much that you're going to find out more. You just want that information to sit with you, or for you to sit with it and think through all of it.
I see Aries stepped in. So
Hi,
I think
Aries.
I've got Aries now.
And also, I like what Gina said. Thank you so much, Gina. It's true, everybody.
Oh, Kara.
Kara,
came
that's
in.
who it is. Kara.
All right, so Kara came in after Aries. Okay. I got you, Kara. Well, we're getting close to the end here again. Busy
Holy cow.
Thursday night.
How'd that happen?
Moly. All
All
right,
right.
so I think I covered everything. Yeah, I got Kara, so we're good.
All right. Well, good luck then.
The only thing is, let me recopy this list because I didn't have them on it when I copied it. All right. So, I don't have a question for Jebison. They may have left one. I'm not sure. Jebison, you are up. I'm going to go back and look. A forecast for March. Gotcha. Okay, a forecast for March for Jebison. And I'll get it.
All right, so that's going to be mine.
Oh, yeah, your deck.
Mm-hmm.
The cat tree works slightly. Since I turned it around this way for them to come up, they're not using it that way. And then Sonny tends to turn his back to everyone. So I have to rethink this a little bit. And he's got some ideas, so we'll try something different next time with it. All right, so Lenormand. Let me grab that. And if you'd only be gone for a few minutes off the table, there, I would share the candy.
Okay, the first card is Justice reversed.
Okay.
The second card is Nine of Swords upright. And then it's the Star upright.
Justice reverse, Nine of Swords upright, the Star upright?
Yes. And the Moon.
Oh.
And the Stork. So there's an interesting forecast for March.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, there's a little bit of negative, it's like a 50-50 reading here, Jefferson. It's like there's good and there's, maybe not so good here, but I'm trying to figure it out. It may not be that bad overall. I kind of feel here with Justice reversed and the Nine of Swords next to it like it is, I'm wondering here if it's just hard for you to maintain balance in March. Just things getting a little bit out of control. Now, taking shortcuts or doing something maybe untoward that isn't quite right won't serve you well, to try to get you through this period of stress and anxiety, whatever it's relating to. So you have to deal with your fears or worries about this and see if they're justified. I don't know why, but I feel this might be coming from a new opportunity of some sort that's presenting itself to you. This could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be career, but it could be. It's almost leaning that way, but really with the Moon, I'm looking at the Lenormand too now and everything, the Star, the Moon, and the Stork. Because the Stork is a new beginning of some sort, whether it's in love or whether it's in work, or maybe it's even a move, a change of residence. And the Moon is success in love or business. So it's really hard for me to predict what this, or say what this is talking about here. Do you have an idea, perhaps?
I'm going to start in a minute, but he's just bothering me because he keeps rubbing everything.
Okay.
Well, he's moved that cloth a little bit, so I'm waiting for... Anyway, so Justice Reverse feels like there's something that feels unfair. And are you maybe feeling like you're not being treated fairly, or somebody else maybe that you're worried about? There's an anxiety sense for others coming through the Nine of Swords. Maybe you're feeling somewhere in March that other people that you care about are not having fairness done, and it kind of feels, really oppressive. It's also possible that this is about yourself, or that somehow there's an intersectionality where what's going on makes you apprehensive or anxious too, because there's something just manifestly unfair that's going to happen. I'll stop with those two. Did you go all the way through?
Sort of, kind of, but I wonder about this Justice too. Also, did you throw out anything about legal matters? Because I wasn't totally paying attention.
No, I didn't.
Okay. I do want to say too, with Justice here reversed, it could mean whether it's, a traffic ticket or some court case, or it's something else in your life where a wrong maybe, has taken place. It's time to, and especially if it was done by you, and you're feeling some guilt or some kind of recriminations about it, maybe it's time to put your stresses and anxieties to bed and do something about it. Do something positive. If you feel bad about something that you can't write anymore, how about creating a balance by just doing something good in your life to kind of balance things out? You know what I'm saying? In other words, if you feel bad about something you've done in the past, but you can't change that now, because we can't change our past necessarily, we just can move forward, then do something in your mind, to make that right. So in other words, whether it's contributing to a cause, volunteering somewhere, just doing something to make kind of an amends, that will make you feel less anxious and less stressed.
Well, when I look at the final tarot card and then the next Lenormand cards, I get the feeling like this is true. There's a sense here of really trying to push yourself into something new, something creative. The star has the image of an artist just sort of going at it. And the idea is your destiny isn't limited. You can paint yourself a new destiny. You can weave
Go ahead.
a new fate for yourself.
Yeah.
The stork and the moon add to that because the stork is a new beginning and the moon talks about your success. So if I put it all together, I get the feeling like some external things happening maybe earlier in the month got you down because maybe they feel limiting to you or they feel unfair. But by the end of the month, you're going to find a creative solution or way to get around your feelings or get around what that problem may be. And it looks like you could be, successful in doing something new regardless.
Spending a lot of time on this all the way around, but these are it's a little bit of a complicated reading because it's going a number of ways. And I would just say that some karma is likely going to right itself here, whether it's for you or for someone else. But the thing is, you're going to start feeling more optimistic when all is said and done. And I think it may open a door for you for some new beginning to take place.
All right.
That's the best I can do on this one. It's very interesting, kind of 50-50 reading here. Good luck with that. It could be legal. All right, SP is up, and again, I don't have a question. Okay.
SP, are you here? We need your question.
Well, it's not that it's not. I might be there. I don't know.
Well, I'm not seeing Juguson's, which you say are from
I found it.
the top chat.
Yeah.
They didn't show up. The most recent ones right at the bottom. I don't have them.
Okay.
I didn't want to tell you because I figured you'd freak out over it, but for some reason his aren't showing up.
Well, I don't see a question for Jefferson.
Well, we're going to give SP a moment here. I'll mention that, of course.
Or not Jefferson. I'm sorry, for SP. SP, are you with us?
Yeah, we're only going to wait another moment because we're kind of full tonight. We are back on Sunday 2 to 4 p.m., our regular Sunday lineup.
No, I don't see one. All right.
Okay, we can move on then.
We're going to move on to Shirley.
All right.
And Shirley did leave a question. I just didn't get it. So I will.
Okay, I'll get it for you.
Oh, you certainly can, Gina. For this morning. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Sorry, Gina.
So Shirley asks, I recently had a screening interview for a leadership position at school that I really like, and now they are asking for more paperwork, application, references. Will I get the job? I think there was an earlier question. You might have rephrased that. Maybe
well,
not.
but if that's the latest question, then.
No, you're right. Maybe I'm just thinking of something different.
Okay. All right, so my deck.
Yep, it's your reading.
Alrighty. I'm going to use this. I haven't used this much since I brought it out. And I want to get a hairband on it. So I will use my Tarot, I think it's called Tarot of the, it's an older deck of mine, Tarot of the Journey to the Orient. All right. So it's a teaching job. Okay, let's see. So is it, will I get the job, right?
I have to go back to it. Will I get the job?
I slept pretty good last night. I was beginning to wonder if my SAD was setting in because I had a few problems, but seemed to have righted myself again, and slept pretty good last night. I woke up in pain though. I'm having some pain in one of my legs. That gives me grief from time to time. I'm sure it's due to my hip pelvic issues. And the weather. The weather has been atrocious here. It's been so foggy and humid, and all the snow melting at once caused an air quality alert. Did you hear what Lake Erie did?
No, what did Lake Erie do?
Lake Erie go boom. Apparently, Lake Erie was almost completely frozen over, and it cracked almost all the way across at the same time, and
That's
it was
crazy.
almost like a mini earthquake.
Wow.
That's what people are saying. It was like a sonic boom or something. Crazy. All right, so the Eight of Pentacles is reversed. Not liking that one. But we've got the World upright. Ah, and we have our card for the collective today, the Ace of Swords upright.
How nice.
How nice. Well, Shirley, I think this kind of looks hopeful. Let's see what he's got for the Lenormand. Oh, wow, that flew up.
Heart
Oh.
and the bear. I like when they show up together.
Well, this is just awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty good.
You know, you've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed here. So what does it mean? You don't get the job because that's the work card reversed? No. I think here, obviously, they want more from you. So there's a little delay here. Maybe these little technical, or little bureaucratic issues that they want to take care of first. And maybe there was a little sloppiness to this. Maybe they should have asked for that sooner,
That sloppy vibe could also just say that maybe they're doing things sort of not exactly by protocol. For example, cutting a corner or not requiring something or something like that. So it's probably doesn't mean a whole lot then in this context. Maybe it just means that regardless of any, minor protocol things, it's going to kind of work its way through. So then you have
the World.
the world.
The World upright, which means, a successful conclusion to something.
Exactly.
So this sounds like it's going to go full circle, and, this should have a successful outcome. This card also talks about a reason to celebrate, right?
It absolutely does. There's a sense of a completion here, but also, a new beginning starting.
Yes.
And then that takes us to the Ace of Swords, which is that new beginning. And that's an undertaking. That's a new profession, a new job,
And isn't it ironic that it's a sword and the ace, which is intellectual,
Sure,
i.e. a
yeah.
school job?
There you go.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love it. And so is victory. It's victory, maybe assured here. This could be the start of a victorious new path for you. I'm hoping this looks so positive, Shirley. You've got the bear here and you've got the heart too. And the bear is all about personal empowerment or financial stability. This will afford you a little bit more financial stability in your world. And, you probably will love it. You'll be really passionate about this.
I almost feel like it sort of is a slight contrast as the strength of your heart, your character is winning in this as opposed to, the protocol or sloppy errors represented in that first card.
So hopefully this means now, I don't know, did they interview you yet? Or are they just they're asking for this after the fact? Either way, you probably would get the interview if you haven't, and it's likely you could get this job. I mean, it looks really, really positive to me that this could have a successful conclusion and the start of a new intellectual journey.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck with that. You'll have to keep us posted.
Alrighty.
All right, Spirit Connection is up. And I didn't get that either.
All right, I know where it
Because
is.
I got lazy. Here it is. I am out sick from my martial arts this week. I won't belt test next week. How will makeup testing go for me and my son? Okay.
Okay. I'll use my Tarot, the Magical Forest.
Oh, yeah.
So is that 2 and 2? Moon
Yeah,
and the
let's
sun?
do
Okay.
that. I like to do, if she's asking about her son too. Good call. Here. Well, you know who has settled in his perch. I'm
For now.
happy. Oh, I did this wrong. So I'm going to do it again the right way. You've reminded me before. Hey, Christine. Oh, what was I thinking? It's this weather today. It's so gloomy.
Okay, so the first one will be you, and then the second one will be your son. So in the tarot, I have the knave or page of cups, chalices, and he is upright. And then it's the king of chalices, but that one's reversed. All right.
Uh-oh.
And snake appears with the heart. Okay, so this one is for you. How will the makeup test go?
There's a lot of heart here.
Yeah.
Snake not included, but well, I wonder, you've got to make sure you are just emotionally prepared for it, Sure, you've got to make things up. I'm sure you won't let that get to you, but it's just a reminder to kind of just make sure your emotions are balanced and not, stressed out when you go do this. I feel here with the Page of Cups, I mean, you can trust your instincts and you can trust what you know. And the fact that you love what you do, you're very immersed in what you do and enthusiastic about it, to let that be the order of the day. Not this idea, oh, I've got to make up lost ground now and stress, but this idea of just the enthusiasm for getting back into it again and doing what you love.
I like that because I sort of see that reversed king as what you talked about in the ladder, the idea of maybe being a little hard on yourself or negative in attitude in some way, the reverse king. And so that would be, like a conflict to your being objective and open-minded about that. So I like that idea there, that basically there may be some things that will be grumbly to you. Maybe you won't be feeling as well or prepared. Just got to remember to kind of trust in instinct, that Page of Cups there.
I'm sorry, Christine. It sounds awful. You have my sympathy. I mean, I was sick a year ago, February, for what? We were sick for like 2 or 3 weeks. It was awful. So, yeah.
Well, so maybe that snake is saying that, don't be deceived because you care so much, you feel like you can power your way through this in a way.
If you're not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be sure you're ready. I mean, it's talking more about emotional stuff here, but that's the point. Maybe, you want to go. Your heart wants to go. But if your body's not all ready, it's going to cause a bit of stress and upset here.
Now, there's nothing here that really says, oh, yeah, you got a fever of 103. Nothing indicates the body to me in a way. It's maybe more here.
It's maybe more there. And don't sweat I know you got to do the boards and stuff, but just try to realize it's just, how should I say this? another day's work, you know. It's like I looked at the Olympic skaters today, for example, and one of them had a horrible short program. Well, just horrible. And I felt so bad for her, but she came back today, and even though she did not medal, she made up big time for what she had done. She did not let that hold her back. So I'm just saying here, you know, you know, realize that these things are just another day's work. You're in the martial arts, you know what's expected of you, and you're going to be able to do it.
Yeah, I think there's nothing really very uh, mystifying or off-putting here. I think it's just a reminder to, be your best self. All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
let's look
So I
at.
hope you're well enough. That's the main thing.
Right. Okay, so let's look at your sun. All right, and the first one is the Nine of Wands upright, so I like that. And the next one is the Three of
Like that.
Swords reversed, and I like that too.
Let's see what we have here, though. Oh, the rider.
The Rider.
Oh, what? And the coffin.
Okay, well,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to think about that. It's really flying in the face of what I'm seeing here. But I will say that your son will seem to be a little bit more prepared, perhaps in all ways for this, because he's got that Nine of Swords upright. He
Wands.
is ready to break those boards or do battle.
Wands.
What? I'm sorry. Did I say swords? I meant wands. He's ready to do battle again, and he's healing. He might actually heal a little quicker than you, Christine. I'm just getting that from the way both these cards have turned out, because that Three of Swords is reversed there.
I can't disagree with that. I feel like he's going to probably do better in the makeup test. He's prepared for it, and he has a good expectation about how it will go. So he won't be surprised. He won't be overly emotional or affected if things don't go exactly as well as he would like. And I do agree. I think that the Three of Swords suggests, that his any recent things going on, really he's recovered well, or he's healed well, or he just feels stronger in general.
Well, I hope so too. My one problem is the rider and the coffin, because it could indicate that he might be ready to perform, but maybe he will miss the mark again, because the rider is there, but the coffin kind of puts a stop to moving forward.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering there
So
too.
he might be in better shape than you to take on the challenge, but I'm not sure he's going to actually be successful in moving forward. So you'll have to keep us posted. I hope I'm wrong about that.
Right.
And maybe not tell him that, or if he's listening, oh dear. But I just think that, he's just going to keep working at it, and he'll get there eventually.
And to me, that's the way the strength of the Three of Swords sort of shines through too, is that, regardless of whether, he makes this competition or not, he really has the right attitude about, being a strong person and still moving forward regardless. So I like that.
Wow, practice makes perfect.
The
That's
round
all we
kick,
can
that's
say.
right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck to both of you.
Good luck to both of you, and feel better. Hope you feel better soon. All right. We're on Gina, who wanted an oracle, top and bottom.
All righty.
All right. And poor Gina needs some sleep. I'm feeling really, like I said, very tired today. The workout drained me. I had to take a nap, and I thought I slept well last night, but it's really the weather. Oh my gosh, it's so foggy everywhere. There was zero visibility most places at 6 p.m.
It was pretty crazy. We're used to fog maybe in a month or two from now, but not like this early in the year. So it was a little off-putting. But I love having the snow all gone. Of course, the temperatures got cold again today, so brr.
Well, I've been playing with my Jenna della Grattaglia oracles, and this time I brought out the human spirit. Angel mentioned it, asking if the one I used last week was the human spirit, but no. But this one is Sir Human Spirit Oracle. And I just want to check one thing before I shuffle them for you.
You're so welcome.
These have upright and reversed, so
Okay.
I'm going to have you draw one, Mr. O. Well, no, it's top and bottom. Top and bottom. That's what we're going to do. All right. Oh, hang in there, Gina. I got to watch curling after this. I'm going to be watching curling.
This will be a semi-late night for me. I have to upload some filming that I did for tomorrow's show and
We
the
got
other
cards to get out and stuff like that. All right, the top card is upright, and it is called All Aboard the Crazy Train. No, All Aboard, number 7. But it looks like a train track on his head there. I don't know if you can see that. A train tunnel. So let's see what you're supposed to be all aboard about. Next stop. With so many causes, protests, oh wow, and ideologies nowadays, it's so easy to hop aboard the newest trends and fund me campaigns. It's important to understand that not every cause is what's best for us all. Knowledge is power. I love that phrase, of course. Knowledge is power. And if you are feeling like hopping aboard a cause, have your facts, which in this day and age might be harder to find than one would think. Wow, when did this thing come out? Because it certainly is prophetic for today. I think it was just a year or two ago that I got this deck. Okay, it is great to be passionate for the world and to have a passion for change, but be sure it is the type of change that benefits humanity. By humanity, I mean the world and the earth as a whole, not just you, your family, or your neighborhood. We aren't saying don't mow your neighbor's lawn or don't volunteer at the co-op, but when a cause limits the rights of others or dictates the choices of people, then let's get knowledgeable about all the facts. Let's do our research from reputable sources, because Uncle Jesse is a great person, but how many books has he read in the last year? With social media blaring at you with what you should believe and support, it is hard to sometimes find the right track to the best train out of the station. Wow, wasn't that a cool read? Very interesting. A ladybug. They're wow, are they really out this early? Are they year round? Oh, that's crazy.
I didn't think they were out this early.
28. Face the music. And this was upright as well. Wow. Let's see what this is about. Oh, you might like the way this starts anyway, Gina. Hello, music. I came to dance. Well, you've done it, and now you must face the music. There are always ramifications to certain actions. It is so important to learn to take responsibility for what you do. Take time to tackle the hard. Wait a minute. Take time to tackle the hard. I'm not sure why. Take time to tackle the hard, to look at fragments of your life, as well as owning your behavior and choices. It just seems like a word was missing there, but I'm not sure. Buck up, baby, and remember, sometimes facing the music is easier than you think. In fact, it might be just a song you need. Sitting with an uncomfortable tune can help us grow and evolve. And so, I don't know, if I combine these two together, it's kind of like we gotta watch the tune, the music that we're listening to out here in the world today. You know, there's so much information and misinformation all meshed together, making it hard to figure out what's going on. And lately, it seems like it's even worse than ever. And I have to say, so it's no wonder to me that we keep getting haunted week after week by a certain card, which everybody will see tomorrow. So it's just, you've got to be careful out there. You've got to check the facts. You've got to, if you're putting money to donate somewhere, be careful where you shop and who you're contributing money to, especially if they're harming rather than helping things right now. We all have to do our parts in different ways, but we want to make sure we're contributing to the good of humanity and of things going on and not making matters more sketchy or worse. What do you got? Uh-oh.
The key. What is the key? The man or the person.
So, this could be someone too who's trying to get support from you for some cause or get some money for some, for some aid or assistance. And you really got to check on this before you commit. Absolutely check everything. We want to help people, but we want to help people for the right reasons and for good, causes. So I don't know. When I'm seeing that, I think the key is somebody in particular here that you may be having to keep and, that's going to try to get you involved in something. And just make sure everything is on the up and up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting, Gina. Wow. Good luck with that. I do like her decks. I really do. And pretty soon I'll be bringing out her Magic Garden one as spring starts to hit. Her Human Heart Healing one is very good too. I'll probably use that for Saturday's collective card, I think. Thank you, Mr. O. I left those there. All right. Good luck with that, Gina, and thank you once again. Appreciate it very much. Ladybugs are good luck, aren't they? I think they are. I always thought they were. I loved ladybugs. All right. Let's move on. I'm sorry, keeper of the list am I. Sunshine, and I believe Sunshine wanted a general reading as well.
That is correct. I don't know. That one kind of blindsided me. I just couldn't quite come up with the words that she did.
The key is the man. Yeah.
Well, I'm hearing that Paul McCartney song. Listen to what the man said.
Oh my goodness.
Which I never liked that song a whole lot. Do you remember that one?
I do.
What
I
the
do.
man
I
said.
like that one.
It's okay. I mean, I don't hate it,
I mean, it wasn't. Yeah. But I liked it.
That's what the man said.
I like a lot of songs.
I do
I
too.
like more
So
than I hate.
if I know the words and can sing them, I tend to like them. Even if I don't sing them very well. All right. Focus.
Alicia, yes, we can add
Hi there.
you, and I think. Oh, you did already? No. I think we'll close the list right there.
All right.
I think because we've got a busy night after we're at 15 now anyway, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we're in that perimeter.
Put it up.
So good evening to you. Or good day, depending.
So, Alicia, you are on the list. You will be last, and I'll repost.
Alrighty, Gina. Thanks again.
Take care, Gina. Have a good sleep.
Okay, Sunshine, general reading.
Oh, really? Deceased loved ones. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. And good luck omens. I knew about that. So, wow. All right.
It's the Two of Cups reversed. It's the Eight of Swords upright. No, I'm sorry. That's the Six of Swords.
Oh, okay. that's even better.
And it's the Knight of Wands reversed.
Well, it's interesting. Let me get this together. Oh, it's a cloudy day, all right. The clouds are here, covering the moon.
Indeed.
Okay, well, Two of Cups, eh? Reversed. You know, that does sound like a potential of a disagreement or an argument causing some real divides here, or friction, you know, in a relationship, a friendship, between family members, maybe at work. It just seems like there's a real deal breaker going on between, you know, the parties involved, and obviously you could be one of them. Do you want anything? I'm gonna take it card by card.
Well, right. The Two of Cups really does speak to, you know, breakdowns in communication or relationships. It sort of indicates feelings that people feel they don't harmonize, or they don't feel a level of trust that they may have anymore.
Okay, and the Six of
Swords.
upright is indicating to me that you really want to move things to a better place. You know, I think whether you're involved in this or you're getting involved in somebody else's arguments or disagreements, you want to help work towards moving this towards a better, more tranquil place. You know, and I can't rule out the fact that that could mean just, okay, we're done. You know, that this is just a deal breaker and you're cutting off ties. I rather think, you know, in this case, that it might just be that you're trying to find a way to either achieve common ground again, or to, you know, get to the point where people can reconcile this problem.
Well, there is a feeling that maybe there was more harmony previously, and so maybe that Six of Swords suggests that, you know, that could still be found, but it is a feeling like it won't be found where it is now.
I'm
That
wondering,
some sort of journey, metaphoric or otherwise, is needed. And so the worst case scenario is that this could be a situation you physically have to leave, but it could be the kind of situation where you just need downtime of your own, or some sort of smaller hiatus. I'm thinking it's more likely you, in some way, you are moving on to what you feel will be calming or peaceful for you.
Well, with that Knight of Wands reversed, it doesn't seem like a lot of movement is happening here, or you have to be careful that whatever move you make is not just a knee jerk reaction. It's not just a careless move away from something that you might regret moving away from later, or don't rub too hard the hair, or that, let's see, careless, I wanted to say something else, careless move, or it's possible here, I can also see this saying that maybe you want to move this to a better place, but you feel stuck. You feel stuck in that you're not able to move either away from it or move to reconcile this right now.
So the idea of the Six of Swords maybe moving somewhere nicer or calmer, but that Knight of Wands reverse suggests that maybe you're also just a little overconfident about how this will work out, and that maybe you feel like this move away or some action will resolve the problem. It may resolve the immediacy of the problem, but it may not resolve the overall situation. That maybe something still remains if there's still a hanging argument or bad feeling between people, something like that.
And so the Lenormand indicates that, you know, one way or another, you can come up with a successful way to deal with the situation, but, you know, it could be because Mercury is in its shadow and really close to going retrograde now. It's hard for you to really come up with the right approach, though. And so you're going to have to take your time and kind of sort things out. You have to kind of break through layers of uncertainty or questions that you might have in order to finally determine what's the best approach to take.
Well, the clouds are certainly uncertainty or situations of confusion, but clouds are not permanent. They do move away. And
Yes.
so this is saying, like she said in her own way, that the situation will probably pass. You have to keep focused on what it is that will, for you, resolve this successfully. So, in other words, if you feel like this takes you back to a point where maybe there's more negotiation between people, if that didn't work for you the first time, you may want to say, no, I don't need that again. You may need to really be very clear on what your intentions are for resolving anything peacefully, or else you're taking that A train out of there.
Wow, so I'm not sure if you know what this could be relating to, but good luck with that. And
Family.
right now, with Mercury going the way it's going in its retrograde again, this is just a difficult time for communicating with others, and I expect there'll be some arguments and some issues going on between people this time around. I don't know why. Maybe I just have that feeling. I don't know.
Yeah, and I didn't mention it, but yeah, I think Mercury retrograde sort of affects this reading too.
So good luck with that.
All
And
right.
CJ is up, and they want whatever comes out.
Alrighty. Hi, CJ.
And
There's yours.
for mine, I'll get my deck.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, I thought so. Because we've chatted a little bit about it before, so I wish you luck. I feel, you need to do what's right for you and not be taken advantage of.
Right, gotcha. Well, the Winter Fool is reversed. Wow, people are like trying to move places. The Eight of Winter Cups is upright. It's like movement has been coming up. The Rider,
Yeah.
these different things. And the Artisan of Winter Cups, which is the Queen.
Queen of
The
Cups.
Queen of Cups.
All right.
Well, we've been talking about all this luck, but you've got the Fool reversed. So, think before you act, I think is my advice here. Think before you make your move forward. The Fool is saying taking unnecessary risks at this time. And again, maybe because we are on that precipice of the retrograde, that, you ought to just kind of calculate your risk versus benefits before you do anything. I think that would be wise, CJ. And I'm just going to go into the second card to say, because you are ready to do something. Looking at that Eight of Cups here, upright, you're ready to either leave something behind that you feel is no longer right for you or fulfilling, and move on to something higher now, that will elevate you in some way, that will challenge you more in a constructive way. Something that you would be really excited to take on. But, think this out first if the timing is right to make that move that I feel you're really feeling inside you want to make.
Well, to me, CJ, it almost feels like that Fool says you start off and maybe you're not quite exactly right, but somehow, some way, it happens. And so I feel like this is a prediction. This isn't you thinking about this. This is you saying, I'm just going to strike out, or I'm going to set out on this particular road or path or situation. And it's not necessarily well thought out, but inadvertently or randomly, it channels into the right movement for yourself. You know, the idea that you realize you found something of interest to gravitate towards. So it's not like life changing. It's not like you find your path. You know, but it's just saying that by trusting sort of an anti intuition, it just sort of leads you somewhere that you wanted to go.
Well, and I feel that Queen of Cups at the end here is like saying, again, that you're really passionate about doing this. This is something you really want to do. This is something that probably you are capable and ready, within yourself and outside of yourself to do. But you have to think about the circumstances in your life right now, and if this is the right time to make a major, kind of jump. Is this going to work for you now, or do you need to maybe let this germinate more, and come up with more creative ideas before you embark on this new path?
So the emotional quotient to all of this is it may feel good, but is it factually good, or do you see
Yes.
it really logically the way you want to go? It's very driven by a feel good sense, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Lenormand are kind of interesting because I almost feel it reflects a little bit here. It's the key and the clouds with the dark side facing there. And so I sort of feel that's a reflection of that full reverse, sort of saying like
Yes.
the key is to some degree not letting certain factors dissuade you from striking out. Like the idea that you don't exactly know which way you're going, which was what I kind of said about that fold, that maybe this is saying there's an anti-logic that may work for you.
Well, with the dark side, yeah, nice, Scorpio.
I know you.
I kind of feel here when I'm looking at the dark side and the key, it is saying that things are murky right now, and that I also think with dark clouds being the key that it's tying into the Fool absolutely by saying, be sure the timing of this, be sure the timing is right. Maybe it would be better to do this after the retrograde or after you have given this more due diligence and thought. Um, I think here you have to do some searching to be sure. I mean, I am all for taking risks and letting the chips fall where they may, because one way or another we learn from that. But if you can avoid some pitfalls, do so, I would say at this point, because it's just looking like the timing is not quite right. And as Mr. O pointed out in a previous reading, the clouds are transitory. The clouds will pass. So the time will soon be right to do this. So good luck with that. It's when retrograde is over, it's usually about a 3-week period, and then there's an additional 2 weeks where it's in shadow again as it's righting itself. But I really think the worst shadow is the one that sometimes comes before and not after. But I think also that depends maybe on a lot of different factors. Could be astrological that I'm not factoring into it, but that's the way it plays out to me. So for 3 weeks at least, that's the retrograde, right?
Mr. O is a double O chaos agent.
Can you answer the question about
What is the question?
How long the retrograde is?
It's usually about 3 weeks, the retrograde proper.
Yeah. Okay.
21 days.
Yeah. And it's starting next week. I can't give you the exact date. I did not look it up today.
You're welcome.
So sorry, but I know it's coming, and I have been feeling the the pre-shadow.
And it just feels like everything gets confusing a little bit. Like you feel like, oh, I should have thought about that, or oh, I missed that call, or oh, I forgot to do this thing. That's what it is. It's a lot of bad memory tricks in a way.
So good luck with that, CJ. And Marita is up, and of course, I don't have the question, but
I'll look for it. It's not a problem. Will Chantel going? Will Chantel going to help me getting me a job in my profession? So is Chantel going to help them get a job in their profession, right?
Okay, yeah, well, Chantel. Okay.
Alrighty. And I will use the Deviant Moon again.
Okay.
Hi, Jasmina. We got a couple more for you. Actually, it's the one after Marina.
Next one, yeah. Jeez.
Okay, the first card is the Two of Wands. It's upright.
Two of Wands upright.
Page of Swords is upright. And the Four of Cups is reversed.
Okay, well, it's not too bad.
No.
Except,
All right, so the question
isn't
is...
that funny how that's coming out so
I know.
much today? So it's the woman in the clouds for the Lenormand.
So will Chantel help you get a job in your profession?
Yes and no. Yes, I think so. I do think it's possible. You've got the Two of Wands here, which to me indicates the potential for a strategic approach to finding a job. So maybe, they will help you find a job. Having me either helping you come up with a strategy or, providing you with. I'm not sure if Chantel is a person or an agency that is helping you look for a job, Marita. So I'm just going with what I feel here, but I think that whoever they are, they can help you come up with a plan or a way forward.
I agree with that. The Two of Wands is really about balance and a sense of direction, and a sense of direction about knowing where the next opportunity is coming to you or where it can take you. So I feel like this person or this situation could be helpful to you.
With the Page of Swords upright, this is like I think this is, good to connect and collaborate or work with them on this. The Page of Swords just indicates constructive dialogue and a good connection with someone, I think, who might be able to help you. It just looks like somebody who's willing to help out here.
That Page of Swords is a real good card here. If it's not an actual physical strategic partner, it's the sense of really being poised for this, so there's a sense, it's not preparation so much, but it's just that sort of mindset that says you feel you value yourself and you value your sense of response to things. Like you could handle the interview, you could handle, the tasks of the job.
And finally, with
the Four of Cups.
Yeah, the Four of Cups reversed. Well, it could indicate an opportunity coming your way. It could indicate that. You have to keep remain open and, try to work with them on this. And I think an opportunity could present itself. I wanted to say something else and I can't remember what it was. So go ahead. Let me think.
Well, the Four of Cups reversed, I feel that is a likelihood of you having a choice offered to you or you having an opportunity offered to you. So I feel like that is real strong indicator along with those other cards that this could be something happening.
Everything here is really, really positive.
Yeah.
So what about the clouds and you? I would say this, that, right now, times, there's a lot of, there may be a lot of uncertainty surrounding, finding a job, and the job market right now might be tight. Whatever the case may be, the clouds are here, and it seems as though you're still facing a little bit of a period of uncertainty. So, I would say to work with these people in whatever way you can, because at this point in time, we all need some kind of edge. A lot of people need a kind of edge to get in somewhere. So if Chantel can provide you an edge, go with them and see where it leads you. I feel there still may be some uncertainty for a while, which means it may not happen right away. And again, sometimes these opportunities get delayed during Mercury retrogrades.
That's true. To me, there's a dichotomy between what the tarot says and what the Lenormand say. And the Lenormand maybe suggests that you don't feel very positive right now, or you feel a little bit confused because it just was presented to you in a whirlwind kind of way, and so you haven't sorted through it yet. But the tarot looks pretty good, like forces are aligning for this result. So we wish you luck.
I wish you luck with it. The clouds are uncertain, and maybe it's picking up your uncertainty about working with Chantel too. It's possible here. But I would say, with the way jobs are today, it's good to try to work with, somebody or an agency or whatever that might be able to give you an edge over other candidates.
All right, and you're welcome.
Good luck with that.
And I did post that the list is closed, not post, but in the studio view.
Did I not pin it?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't pin it. I posted it, I thought. Oh. Yeah, there it is. I didn't pin it.
All right, so Jasmina is up.
Okay, it's pinned now.
All right.
Jasmina is up, and I don't know if I got a question. That's just on me. I was really lazy with questions tonight. My apology.
I'll help you.
Oh, you said it was easier this way.
I have no problem scrolling.
Okay,
So, Jasmina, we just need that question.
Yeah, I saw them come in. I didn't see the question.
Well, they're here with us right now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and post, Jasmina.
General reading. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
And I'd like to take this opportunity to remind everybody that my show, The Emotional Exchanges, is on tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, or you can view it anytime after 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a reading for the signs of the zodiac, and I read 3 cards for each sign, sun, moon, or rising. What is the vibe of the week? What is your emotional challenge of the week? And who or what is coming to you and why? So that's my emotional exchanges at 7 a.m. on Friday morning.
And a video dropped this week. It was our monthly modality message, which is for the modalities of the zodiac, but it's, and those encompass all the astrological signs. So check it out. And that reading is good for the entire Pisces season.
All right.
Well, the Four of Cups is here, upright. The Five of Pentacles is upright. Oh. And the Ten of Cups is reversed. What cheery cards do you have? Oh.
Once again, we are listening to what the man said. And it's about a ring. All right, so that's kind of interesting considering some of the other cards.
Yeah, this is
All
even
over the place.
more complicated than that 50-50 reading we did for Jebison. Oh, what are the cards thrown at us now? All right.
All right.
I feel as though you're looking for an opportunity to better yourself in some way, conditions in your life. It could involve your relations with others, whether it's with family, a lover, or a husband, or maybe coworkers even. I'm just kind of mashing all those cards together here, and it just looks as though something is lacking. Something is either lacking in a relationship or in a partnership or in a, in your work life, in your home life, and you're looking, you're kind of at the point now of feeling like just maybe not wanting to do anything about it because you're kind of discouraged by the whole thing. And that's that Four of Cups there where they're just kind of sitting back and kind of like thinking, I'm just done with this, or I'm just not going to deal with it. But the problem is when we don't deal with things in our life, they tend to get bigger. So whether it's a conflict or whether it's something you're unhappy about or dissatisfied with, if you don't deal with what's wrong, it's likely to get bigger.
Thank you for some of that feedback, Jasmina. I can see now why you say that too, because this could apply to that as well. A lot of times people feel, really close to their coworkers or they like their job, but sometimes problems surface and then it makes it really uncomfortable. And it does feel like sometimes you might feel like you don't always feel like you fit in. You could be purposed better somewhere else. So you're hoping for or looking to see what kind of opportunity might show up. Yes, I remember we talked about this before.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so, yes, it absolutely could be about that. And so I think here, when I'm looking at the Lenormand, for example, I would just say that, the man could be somebody outside who might be able to offer you something, a new job. Maybe there will be, some opportunity that comes your way. But remember, no sitting back. You have to keep working at this and trying to find that way out, of whatever situation you're in. And or that man could just represent you, because we kind of use the man and woman card just to indicate the person we're reading for. And it's just saying commit yourself to this change. Commit yourself to seeking out a better opportunity for yourself, because you are not happy with the way things are.
I hope that friend can help you with that. That sounds pretty interesting.
Oh.
A lot of times when I look at the tarot, I see that as being like maybe how we think or internalize these struggles or events we're going through. And then I look at the Lenormand and I sort of feel that seems to be a little bit more functional stuff happening. So I do feel like that a commitment to bettering yourself or to improving yourself is going to happen. That this will probably happen, or I'd like to think that it's a possibility amongst others that could end up happening for you.
And it could be that this is representing somebody else who's trying to help you, find something that you could commit to.
God willing, indeed. Thank you.
I wish you luck with that. Good luck.
Good luck. Let us know.
And don't get too discouraged, Jasmina, because right now, with the planets doing what they're doing, things might be a little sluggish for a while. Now, that being said, things still get done and good things do happen during the retrogrades, okay? But sometimes there's delays and some issues.
I'm happy to hear you keep positive. I think that Four of Cups represents the idea that there will be choices coming to you or situations coming to you, and you need to not necessarily act on them really fast. You need to check it out, because you don't want to just move for the sake of moving unless you really have to. You really want to make sure you're moving into a position that will work out for you.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that. We're on Ladybug now.
Keep positive.
Hey, we made some good time here, surprisingly.
Probably because we did. Ladybug, do you have a question for us?
Probably did.
I didn't see it there. There it is. What can you expect? Okay, well, we don't have much more time
There's only
left of
1
February.
week left.
But
So,
let's see. Let's try that and see.
Let's see.
This view may go a little bit into March. I'll just say that.
Well, Sonny has been gone.
Yeah, he left us.
He's abandoned us again.
Well, he's very restless at one point, and then he finally decides to go piddle off somewhere and fall asleep somewhere else.
Oh my goodness, I had all the cats in the bedroom with me today when I was napping. 2 on the bed, and then one when I got up. Shadow was, I was getting my shoes on a chair up there, and Shadow had to jump right next to me. Well, we've been trying. The weather's been really bad. I mean, the temperatures have been great, but some of these days have been rainy and gloomy and bad air quality. So it hasn't been totally perfect. But you know, when I consider what's going on in some other parts of the country, we're pretty lucky here.
All right, Ladybug. What can you expect in February? It's the reverse 6 of Swords. It's the reverse nine of Cups. Yeah, 9 of Cups. And it's the upright Knight of Wands.
Oh wow, Knight of Wands, Knight of Wands. Okay. Well, then we have this.
The Rider. And the Mountain.
Well, you know, this last week and, you know, going into next week, Mercury is going to go retrograde, and right there with that 6 of wait, that's the 6 of Wands?
Uh-huh.
I kept thinking it was the 6 of Swords. I don't know
No, it's
why.
the Wands.
Okay, so with the 6 of Wands reverse is a different story. It's telling you may feel right now that you are not getting some of the support you feel you need to succeed in something you've wanted to accomplish or do. And it's kind of frustrating. Maybe you were hoping for somebody to help you out, or just for, you know, even the environment around you to be more supportive right now of, you know, what you want to do. Even the universe. Maybe you even feel like right now the universe is working against you. And that could be true with Mercury going, you know, in its shadow phase. But, so I'd say for the end of February, victory and moves forward, as also evidenced by the 9 of Cups reversed. It's not much is happening to further your aims towards what you hope to manifest by the end of February. It's either delays or disappointments, or it's just not going to happen.
I know, Harry. I think it's just because it warmed up so much. It's spring again. That's why my allergies are acting up. But yes, I agree with Banshee here on this one, Ladybug. I sort of have the feeling, too, that we're glad that there's not a lot of February left, because there's not great things to expect there. The 6 of Wands maybe suggests that you're finding you can't really move in the direction you want. Maybe there are things you're still trying to resolve, but it doesn't feel great. The 6 of Wands feels like you want to move somewhere else to where you feel things are easier for you, but something's preventing that. And maybe you need...
The 6 of Wands?
I'm sorry. I was thinking it was the 6 of Swords, wasn't
We
I?
both messed up. Well, you said Wands, but you were reading it like it was the 6 of Swords.
Wow, I really screwed up on that one. No, the 6 of Wands really just feels like there's something else you're missing. And what you're missing maybe is the sense of being appreciated. And if you said that, I didn't even hear
Well, I
you.
said support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, being appreciated, being recognized for what you do. So you feel like, in February, nobody really seems to take stock of what you did, or maybe they feel in some ways, well, it's what you can expect in February is that you're just not feeling really lucky about all this, or you're not feeling fortunate. Like there are some things that are kind of dragging you down right now.
And if you were hoping for people to be there for you to help you manifest something you want or desire this by the end of February, it's not going to happen. They're not going to be there for you. So you have to go it alone, and it just seems as though there's going to be some delays and disappointments with obtaining something that you want.
But that Knight of Wands,
Yeah, but that Knight of Wands is there.
Right, oddly enough, makes it feel like towards the end of March, things do start to pick up.
Oh, are you saying March now? Okay.
No, I'm sorry, I meant February.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I can't.
The end of February.
I'll let you go
on.
on.
Well, February leading into March, because we did think
Right.
it might lead into March. And, when I look at the the Nine of Cups here, and this combination is kind of indicating to me that if you can't rely on others, you're just going to have to go it alone. Maybe that's why
that's a good point.
Knight of Wands is here. You just have to go it alone and move forward anyway. Keep fighting for what you want. Keep working towards what you want, whether others will help you or not. And yeah, there's definitely going to be some challenges, because look at the Lenormand. You have the rider here and challenges. So mountains are moving towards you. In other words, there are obstacles in your way of obtaining, desired results you are hoping for this month. And so it might be, if you keep working at it, maybe you might see things start to change, I'd say sometime mid-March.
So when I look at that Six of Wands again, though, I thought I should mention this because it feels too like the lack of support or appreciation has a lot to do with affecting your confidence level so that you can really support yourself, which was another thing we were talking about. And that's why you have to overcome that to be that Knight of Wands in the end, that basically, because of the way, all of this presents to you in February, maybe going into March, you realize it's like what Banshee said, you're your own best support here, and you have to figure out how to pour on the confidence and strength or support you need for your own objectives. I agree with her on the Lenormand too. I feel that this is saying that, without that support, without feeling lucky, some of this does feel like a struggle. And so you have to find those qualities for yourself.
It's a challenge. You'll just have to move through and blaze your own trail. But, you'll get out, if nothing else, you'll get a lot out of this experience, because you find out, what you're capable of on your own. So good luck with that.
All right.
All right, so we're on Ari.
Hey, Ari.
And Ari wrote a lot, so I know.
Ari, you give us way more background. But it does help usually.
All right.
You're welcome, Ladybug. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, I've noticed because of the way the weather patterns have changed for a few years now that whenever it gets warm enough that maybe trees in my area will start budding, that's when my allergies start to kick off. Okay, we need to put this into one question here.
I'm just, I don't know if I'm missing something.
Like, what is the question?
Well, there's one part where the first part I saw on this was, okay, she said hello. Jada is a Taurus, just to remind you. I didn't know if there was something before.
Right, because then you just went on about, the situation with that person.
We're having, okay, maybe I gotta look at the background.
Can you sum up the question at all? I don't know. I'm not sure what. Why don't you just tell us what we're really looking for here?
I apologize. I was not on the ball earlier to get that. I keep thinking either something got deleted or missed.
Tonight we've been having a problem with our chat. There are two functions, a live chat and...
It may have got, I don't know, this question seems to not be there. Repost it, Ari, thank you.
Yeah, that's probably
All
going to be
right.
the best way to deal with it. No, yeah, don't worry, you got time. We're not going anywhere. Thank you.
There, okay. Yeah, I definitely didn't see that.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then. Your cards? Right?
Just a minute, I want to read this, please. I just want to think about it a minute. Still not interested in Jada. Okay, all right.
I want a dove.
Oh, sure. Oh, heart for you.
So that's why you told us Jada was Taurus, because astrologically they seem to be compatible. Well, I don't know. The way you've described him, it sounds to me like he's just an opportunist and he'll go almost anywhere to get laid.
Have you found yourself having good relationships at all with Virgos? Because I've always found, and nothing personal, any Virgos here, but I have found some problematic things between Aries and Virgos. You know, with me anyway. They're not the easiest for me to get along with on an interpersonal level. I mean, you know, I've had friends who are Virgos, more distant friends, but nobody else really close to.
I've had a lot of Virgos in my life.
Well, I'm an Aries, and Aries, and Aries. That's what I'm asking.
But I have mostly good relationships with Virgos, except for the ones that are born around a certain date. And that date is usually around September 8th or 7th or 6th, right around those days. I usually butt heads with those particular Virgos. Have no idea why, but there's at least 3 or 4 of them, and they all have the same birth date or right around that date. It's crazy.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't want to dump on Virgos, but sometimes, you know, they're just
I'm not dumping on Virgos.
too set in their ways. I'm talking to Ari.
I am too.
Well, I was first.
Well, okay, did I interrupt you? I thought I was
Yeah,
just...
you did. You said, I'm not dumping on Virgos. You were interrupting my conversation with Ari about Virgos.
But I started it. I'm the one who asked the question.
I'm giving you the zombie stare.
Oh my goodness, where's the bickerings button?
You want it?
No.
Tell us about this card, Glenn.
It's the Ten of Swords reversed. I have thoughts. And it's the King of Pentacles reversed. Wow. Holy moly. And it's the Five of Cups upright. Now, where are your cards, Mr. O?
Right here. You may start if you wish.
Well, so you were asking if he was more interested in Jada. At the time I was interested.
Oh, wing woman. I love that.
I have to say here, was he rebounding from a previous relationship at the time, even when you were interested in him? Because I almost get that feel here with the Ten of Swords reversed, like he was recovering from some blow of some sort.
Alrighty, clouds and the bear. Let's get to it.
Well, at any rate, with
That's an interesting comment there, Just. I've noticed this too with people that I like, that they always gravitate towards a certain birth date or time. Like I feel like Capricorns born around a certain time of January are really close to me. Virgos born around a certain time of September are not very close to me.
Okay. Well, at any rate, the Ten of Swords reversed indicates to me that this person could have been on a rebound, or just, he had some hidden hurts that he was trying to recover from. And this may play into a lot of his behavior here. With the King of Coins reversed, he kind of feels sort of like he likes to be a dominant kind of person who determines, who's almost possessive in a sort of way. Does this?
Are you over there?
Yeah. Does that indicate that he was maybe more interested in Jada? I think he was just interested in a good time for sure, or to rebound or to recover from some hurts maybe. And when I'm looking at that Five of Cups there, I could take two ways here, and one might be more of an answer to your question. But the other way is still that he was looking for, an opportunity at a time when he was still feeling hurt by some past losses. And so when I look at that cup, when you think of that five, the five usually has two cups standing, right? Are those two cups you and Jada? Maybe. He was going to take an opportunity in whatever he felt was, right for him.
Well, I almost feel like I like what you said there. Like maybe he was married before, and he has such a cavalier attitude with these relationships between you and Jada and other ones you may have mentioned, that I feel like that Ten of Swords reverse speaks to the idea that maybe there's a vengefulness about him getting even for having breakups or not working out in relationships. I'm just sort of feeling that energy there. And then he's got the King of Pentacles, so he's maybe not even interested in really having real good management over his life. He's mostly about the feels.
Or his relationships.
He's about the feels, and if he breaks a few cups over, he's always going to move on to the ones that are still standing.
Wow. Nice one, Mr. O. I do think so. So what do we have here? Is that the clouds again?
The bear and the clouds. And so to me, I think this is more about you in a way, even though you asked more about him. But I think this is saying you should just power through your confusion about this. The light side's facing the bear. Just power through that, because they're not worth it for the most part. But, it is confusing, but that's probably because it's even more confusing to them.
I don't know here. I think there's a lot of uncertainty with this reading. I think it could go either way. I think he was interested in both of you, but it was like he finally decided that Jada was the one that was right. And I'm looking at this bear here and thinking to myself that he wanted to capitalize on the fact that there was this ambiguity,
I like that.
with both of you there, to pick from. It was like he maybe felt like he was more in control here.
You're his harem.
Ick. Ick. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would go that way about it, but I would just say he felt pretty good about capitalizing on the fact that he could keep things open and keep you guys uncertain about where he was going. And then he just decided to hook up with Jada. And I don't know if that's really right for him either, obviously. She seems like a piece of work. But then again, when I think about him and his role in all of this, He seems like quite a piece of work himself.
Well, now you can see why it's easy to dump on Virgos. I like some Virgos, but you know, I've also been stalked or had vengeful feelings from Virgos too, just because I wanted my way. Everybody gets to have their own way, don't they?
So that's the best we can do. That was kind of a wacky reading, though, I have to say. I almost think he could have went either way, but maybe he thought,
Well, the other thing about Virgos is even when it doesn't look like it, they usually have a plan.
yeah, that's true. So,
All
that's
right,
what we
let's
have
move
for
on.
you. Good luck with that.
As we near the end of our list,
Yes, we're on Kara. Hey, Kara. Glad you stuck with us here.
I'm glad you stuck to, Alicia. We're taking a bit of time with some of these readings here.
But we've made it. We're almost right on time, too.
Oh my
Mr.
goodness,
Craig
that's a good
Bailey.
question too. You know, I wonder why nobody else is thinking about things like that.
What?
No, that's fine. I get that. I'm very curious that way myself, Ari. All right, Kara, what
Are
you
we
got?
expecting some bad news to make it drop? Oh no.
You know
I
what
had
it
just
is.
gotten to a good place with my investment, man.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a super big investment, trust me. Anyway.
Do you have the Norse rune one? That's what she wants.
I'm gonna check it out, but I may not, Kara.
It's not down here.
No, it's down here.
Oh, can you get to it?
I may not be able to get to it though. Could you camera? Could you camera off?
Yes, I can.
Let me see if I can see it. If I can, I can. There it is. Okay, I have to get it. I see
Well,
it now.
everybody, you're welcome to come back Sunday morning for Banshee Show, The Material Matters. It's pre-recorded, but we are live in our chat room to talk with you guys. We'll share a few laughs. We'll talk more about the readings for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Okay, I just hurt my leg. No.
And
All
she's
right.
back.
I am back. It wasn't that far, but I did move it a little off. I couldn't just reach and grab it. Okay.
Well, the front of my t-shirt, Just Network says, it's in the cards.
Good luck with that. Yeah.
How true.
All right. Okay. Let me do this. Top and bottom.
You're welcome.
Okay. So one will be reversed, one will be upright, but I'm going to start with them one at a time. Your first one is Thursaz, I think it's called. And number 5, it's offense, defense, action.
Number 5.
I'm not sure if that's Druar, goddess of strength. Defending my kin, I go to all lengths. The thorn bush around you, the giant aggressor. May Thurzaz be your greatest protector. Well, let's go right to the divinatory meaning here. Thurzaz is the rune of action, meaning giant or thorn. It embodies a level of pain and strong emotion that causes one to act out of necessity. Thurzaz is fiercely protective, defending others from harm at all costs. It is the giant that threatens your home and well-being and must be stopped. At times, that giant can be within you and require your warrior spirit to defeat and beat down your demons. Thurzaz, I just want to look at it again. Yeah. Thurzaz indicates a time to stand up and take action to defend your honor, your beliefs, and your values. If you are being the giant, it is worth reflecting on your behavior and how it is perceived by others. Perhaps it is time to temper your anger. Your words can be the rose or the thorns, but each word casts a spell. Choose them wisely, for once those thorns have penetrated deep into the heart of those you love, they are difficult to remove. As a thorn, Thurzaz is the metaphorical thorn in your side that needs to be extracted. Action is required to move. It's going to take a while because I have another card.
I know.
Okay? Action is required to remove toxic and aggressive people from your life and to build a thorn bush around you as a defensive mechanism. Identify who or what around you may be causing you pain and suffering. For now's the time to put your well-being first. Acknowledge any threats to your inner peace and work to overcome them. Embody the power of Thrur, I don't know that Norse word, as you take action against any threats or negativity in your life. So obviously there's something threatening your values, your beliefs. This could be something that you're going through too. You're questioning your own values, your own beliefs, and it's time for you to get right with that. It's time for you to reflect on things if you too are an aggressor in a particular situation. And also, if there is something that is a thorn in your side or someone, it's time to pop that thorn out, is what that card says. And now to go along with that, you have Laguz Merkstav, which means Laguz is reversed here, and it's overwhelm, loss of control, confusion. What number is that?
35.
Okay, I am Ron. In the depths I dwell. Sailors I drag to my halls in a swell. Drowned by the ocean to live on in my realm. May Laguz Merkstav guide you from overwhelm. Okay, so the meaning of this one is long. I'm going to try to compartmentalize it a bit. It's the rune of overwhelm. It's feeling drowned by forces that often reside within you, particularly overwhelming strong emotions. It's intimidating, inspiring fear, anxiety, and a loss of control. So let's throw that right in with that card there that's the thorn in your side. And remember here, it spoke about if you could be going through an internal battle going on right now. And that's what I think this card is maybe projecting here. The rune reversal calls to your attention your emotional well-being. Are you drowning in overwhelming emotions? Are you ignoring them and swimming against the tide? Are you carried away emotionally soon to plummet over the raging waterfall? Emotions are our body's way of making sense of the world and serve a very important purpose. Reflect upon your emotional state, allowing yourself to feel deeply and without judgment. And I think, last time when we read for you, Carol, were you speaking in terms of feeling not emotionally all there lately, you're undergoing some issues, you wanted to make some major changes? So this could play into all of that. It represents a period of emotional turmoil. This may be for myriad reasons, a traumatic experience or a loss, mental unwellness, or emotional dysregulation. Find something to hold on to. Find that life raft that will provide the stability you need to seek out this turmoil. As quickly as the stormy seas appears, it disappears, settling back into a calm, serene ocean filled with mystery and wonder. This card is the reminder that you cannot control all things. Sometimes you need to ride the waves until you resurface stronger and more powerful than before. And I think I just glanced at the rest of it that I want to leave it at that because I really feel here that is the key. You have to write out, maybe you're going through some emotional stuff right now and you need the waves to calm down before you can actually determine the proper course of action or direction, that you need to take. You said you wanted to chart a new course, etc. And you maybe are feeling very strongly about things right now. But don't let them drown you. Don't let all these feelings overwhelm you. Flow with it, work through it, and then be ready to make your move. And maybe right now with the retrograde here, Kara, it is a good time to just not allow yourself to be overwhelmed and to take things slower and easier right now.
Well, is it about focusing on what the thorn part means?
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
It could be.
So the Lenormand don't really go very well with this, in my opinion.
Well,
but
see.
It's the fish.
Okay.
Well, that's in the water, I guess.
Yeah.
And the sun, that's over the water. So, okay, maybe they do. But I don't know. They both are just talking about pushing yourself towards success, or that you are moving in that way regardless. And some of this may be how well you are able to, allay those other situations.
Well, there you go. You did that well. So, because I feel here the sun and the fish indicate there's an abundance of opportunities awaiting you out there, but they're not going to go away. You still have a chance at success, but right now you may just be overwhelmed with trying to figure out exactly the way forward. Success will come to you, and you will be enriched by the path you finally choose. But right now, don't let all this need or this sense that you need to change, you're questioning yourself strongly in all of this. Work through it. Work through it. Don't let these thoughts overwhelm you. Swim with it and figure and get to where you'll get to where you need to be if you do so.
The sun is in the sky because the sun is in charge of its own actions, and you are too. And to let others sort of sway that or overwhelm, as we're using, you need to be in control of the way the tides move for you. So listen less to others, or that kind of thing. And you're a Taurus, so I get it. Why bother with them? They're fools.
Oh my goodness. That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
So.
Mr. O, you are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out, but I think I've got it in me for this last one.
Mr.
And I think
O is working 4 days this week, but he's got a 3-day week next week. I'm sure you're looking forward to that.
And I think I want to do this as 2 and 2 because it sort of feel like there's two little aspects going on here.
Well, let me
The first aspect, Alicia, is will that happen with the stock market? And then the second aspect is, are you going to make gains from your hedge position? So we're going to do 2 and 2.
Okay. Let's see what the 2 and 2 is. I like that. And I'll get the Lenormand ready. This is such a beautiful deck, Kara. I do like bringing it out. It is a little bit long. Longer than a lot of my oracles are. I have some that are long-winded, but boy, whew. But I love the level of interpretation with those cards. All right. I'll get the Lenormand.
Two. All right.
I'll do it right. All right.
Will the stock market significantly drop? Ten of Cups reversed. And Ace of Cups reversed.
Wow. Let's see what the Lenormand adds to that. Huh.
The Garden, that's the market, that's the public. Mars, that's the man, maybe.
What is our fearless leader going to do to make the stocks tank now?
It doesn't look great. There's
it does
unhappiness.
almost seem like that, like somebody makes a move. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the president. Somebody makes a move, or some kind of news comes out that jolts this market from some source that jolts this market. You know, the Garden does sound like the stock market to me. I feel here with these two aces reversed, there is just
No, one's a Ten of Cups reversed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant with the two
Cups.
cup cards reversed. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, I guess we're both kind of tired now, so apologize for that. But at any rate, I feel with these two reversals here that people are not going to be very happy with the stock market tomorrow. No, they're not going to be happy. And so, I mean, maybe for people who want it to tank, they'll be happy. But, you know, I think for the most part, some people are going to be losing some money in the stock market tomorrow, according to the cards. They're not happy. This is the beginning of I hope it's not the beginning of a downward cycle, but it could be with that Ace of Cups there.
Right. It's really very plainly stated there. You know, the Ten of Cups can stand for proxies for different types of families,
Right.
especially connected families or emotionally connected. And maybe nothing connects people more than the sense of we're all in this together. So it does feel like there's turmoil here. It feels like this is not a beginning at all. This maybe is really not a beginning at all.
Yeah, it could be Trump. It could be a lot of things. But I do feel like there could be somebody or some particular situation that sets the market off. You know, some bad news coming out. Like I heard that, for example, the federal, what is it? The
Reserve?
Jerome Powell's group.
Reserve.
The Federal Reserve was talking. They're talking amongst themselves about potential interest rate hikes. So, you know, and so I don't know, there could be some gossip or thing that comes out. It doesn't take much sometimes to turn that market and make everybody feel emotionally insecure, like what I'm seeing here. And so there's going to be a lot of, you know, selling or whatever going on. And it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. So let's look at the other, shall we?
Right. Will you make gains off of your hedge? And the first card is the Seven of Pentacles reversed.
Okay.
And the second card is the Queen of Pentacles upright.
Oh.
This
let's
is
take a look at this.
kind of a different picture.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, it's the Mountain.
Ah. Oh.
And the Coffin.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Nicely aspected there. Well, I think
Let's move
maybe
these over here a little.
yes. I'm going to say a cautionary maybe yes here. What's that first one?
It's the Seven of Pentacles
Yes.
reversed.
Yeah. So I think it's possible. It's possible. Now, I don't know. The Seven of Pentacles reversed indicates getting back to work on something, usually to make something happen. So I'm not sure how it exactly applies here, or to let something go that is a losing proposition. With the Queen of Pentacles reversed here, or upright, you may want to, you know, the decisions you've made with your hedges may be at play here. And I think you're making wise decisions indicates that maybe the hedges could work for you. You know, that this could work for you, that you could expect maybe some growth, or that some growth is possible soon. This is a real positive sign for that.
Queen of Pentacles is a producer. Queen of
Yeah.
Pentacles makes things happen. Sometimes it could be more about how we take care of others, but let's face it, if we give people money or good stuff, people like that. Now, to me, What?
You're going to the Lenormand?
No.
Okay.
The Seven of Pentacles.
Yeah, go ahead.
Reversed, it could also be, in my opinion, be talking about things that maybe you were letting sit by the side because you didn't have a concern about it, but now maybe something is happening with them. Maybe now they are growing. Something could be growing that maybe you were not really paying attention to.
Yeah. So I like that too, what he said there, that maybe this is a time to pay more attention to what's going on with the hedge funds or the hedge thing right now. And I have to say here, with the
Lenormand?
mountains and the coffin, that's indicating to me that struggles or challenges with the hedges are coming to an end.
I like that. Right.
So, right.
And
It's
that
because
could,
the way they were placed. If they were placed differently, I would be saying something different.
I don't think either of us understand those workings, but something changes that maybe makes the situation become a new ball game, or takes it to, what's the opposite of a mountain? A plateau. So maybe it takes it to a plateau where things just kind of even out. I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I think
You're
the bet
welcome.
is on the hedges over the, in the stocks. If you're anticipating they're going down, they may tomorrow. I don't know how dramatically, but looking at some of those cup cards, I don't think people are very happy tomorrow. We'll have to see.
I know.
Stay tuned. We'll see if we were right or wrong on this one, Alicia. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Let us know, of course.
Well, I hope you get one. I really do. Good luck with that.
Don't we all? Thank you, everybody.
We all need a break in some ways, really, we do.
Where's my heart?
Your hearts aren't coming out.
Ah,
Not even for me.
you're welcome.
Oh, well. Well,
Thank
that's
you.
our show, guys. We are done. And we're only 15 minutes into OT.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. And I want to thank everybody for coming today. It was a nice full show.
It
And
was.
we're glad to read for everybody today.
Some
So-
very interesting questions.
Absolutely. So thanks again, and look forward to next Friday. The Love of Your Past Lives show will be on. No questions, just a past life reading about a past love. All right, everybody.
Bye, CJ.
And come back to our other live shows, of course. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon.
Take care.
Bye for now.